Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker. Thanks for joining us. However you may be joining us, we really appreciate it. And we always like to bring you some good news about what's happening in our community. The best of that news is happening with some of our libraries. Welcome back to the show, Miss Mary LaBeouf, Executive Director of the Terrebonne Parish Library System. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it. Always good to have the person who does a lot of the work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tracy Guyan, the Assistant Director of Terrebonne Parish Library System. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, guys, give us an update. Tell us how things are going with the libraries and just some general updates on how things are.
Well, things are wonderful because
I
I'm
know
sure
that's
you've
right.
heard about our award.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
We were awarded the Montezet Public Library of the Year by the Louisiana Library Association. And this award has been given out for years, for decades. And they give it out every even year. I don't know why, but it's every other year. Every other year.
They're not odd. They just want to be even.
They want to be even, exactly. And there are 66 public libraries in the system, maybe 67, because a few people have, a few towns, parishes, let me correct myself, have city libraries.
Oh, right.
Like there's
right,
a St. Mary Library and a Morgan City Library.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
there's a few,
like a parish and a city.
yeah, there's a few parishes that also have city libraries.
Okay.
So we were awarded for 2022. We were awarded the best public library in the state, and we're going to
best
take it and run.
public library in the state.
Yes.
And look, there's a lot of us that we only want to do our programs over at the library. We're very proud and excited about doing our NASW programs there, National Association of Social Workers, and that's just my side. We do our support groups over there. You guys are so multifaceted in what you do and help the community. It's just really nice.
Well, thank you. That's the purpose. I mean, when I started, we were just a book depository, and that was the 80s,
Right.
and you did a story time. Now,
Because that's all you could really do.
But now, like public libraries are your community centers across the United States. Our meeting rooms, you just said that,
Yeah.
they are packed.
Yeah.
We could have built another meeting room at Maine.
They're waiting lists
They're
to be able to
waiting
get
list.
on.
Correct.
To be able to do that.
Correct.
So Tracy, tell us about your excitement level with some of these things in the award.
Well, the award, I mean, of course, it's just a welcome thank you, I think.
It's a validation, if you will, to all the
for
great
what we
work.
do. And we try very hard to provide as many services as we can to the public, because we want to be that valuable place that people look to come to.
Right.
So we're just really excited about having that validation.
I like it. Well, and Mary, there's a lot of interesting things happening and changing. Let's talk about some of the things that we're looking forward to.
Well, I've been here so long. It's funny that some of the things that we're offering that I never thought we would. I mean, we have a community garden. We work with St. Francis and have a community garden,
Right.
Which stemmed from us having the farmers market, but we really don't call it a farmers market. We call it a maker space, because you can come we have a man that makes spoons. We have people that make jewelry. We have ladies that paint, or men that paint. So we're trying to help these local people, whether they're artisans, producers of vegetables, producers of produce, or whatever. So this all stemmed. This was the market that was at South Louisiana Feed and Seed. Okay,
Right.
we moved it to the library.
Right.
And then I don't know if people know the library, thanks to Tracy, we have a creative lab
Right.
that you can come. We have 3D printers, we have sewing machines, we have a Cricut machine. So all this kind of built upon each other.
It just evolved.
Yeah, exactly. We have a seed catalog. You can come if you want to plant flowers, if you want to plant vegetables, to see what we have in our seed catalog. So,
Or if you want to find out how to do that.
oh,
Like
exactly.
if you just don't know and you want to come and do that, right?
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly. We work very closely with a lot of organizations, and one being LSU Ag.
Right.
And we offer a lot of programs through that. So we want to be the place you want to go to. And that's what we're striving for.
It's really interesting. One of my favorite physicians who passed away a couple of years ago, he was always looking into where his interests were beyond just being a doctor, a local oncologist. And he would spend a great deal of time at the main library.
The library. Mm-hmm.
And we would talk about that. And so it was so exciting. So you're exactly You're doing exactly what you say that you're doing, and that's why the award is so warranted.
Right. Well, I feel like it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Houma, Louisiana, you should have the same library services that they do in New York City or somewhere else. We're entitled to that.
But it's a better library
yes,
system.
I hope.
Now, speaking of better, let's talk about what is happening at the North Campus.
Okay, that's Tracy's special.
Tracy, tell us. We got about a minute and a half
tell
left.
Tracy.
Okay, we have a creative lab, like Mary mentioned, at the main library, which focuses more on things that you can make.
Right.
North Terrebonne has a computer lab that we'd like to transform into a gaming situation, more of a technology-based room, so that people can create podcasts or music or gaming, which is the huge thing right now with esports, which is something that Mary and I did not know even existed.
Right.
So we had spoken to Nichols, and we're going to try to have the computer lab at North be an esports location to where the people can come and do their gaming and however they do that, which is extremely competitive, I'm told.
Right.
And we will also have it to where people can come in who are not into gaming, but if they want to do virtual reality, like I mentioned, podcasts, any kind of technology-based thing that they're interested in.
Right.
Right.
So very cool. And,
Yeah.
and Nichols is now really broadening some of their learning opportunities for that, and a lot of competition with those. And so
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we're adjusting to how things are adjusting with the kids. We're keeping up with the
We're
kids, if
trying.
you will, right?
Yes, we're
Right.
And that's a
trying.
good thing. Well, congratulations on the James O. Modisette Award for 2022.
Thank you.
So Mary and Tracy, thank you for what y'all are doing for our community. And more importantly, thank you for changing and growing with the needs as the community grows.
That's the
Thank
key.
you. That's the key.
You got to grow.
Appreciate y'all being with us.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you being with us as well. And that will do it for this particular edition of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming here on HTV.